Okay, can you hear us now? Audio check, audio check.
Sound, 1, 2, 3, testing. Are we on? Let's see. Yes, okay. A random video maker says yes. Okay, Phil says yes. We are good to go with audio.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Okay, you guys. Good thing. You missed all that. We were talking about what a shit show it is, how chaotic it is.
So welcome to the shit show, aka Rum News tonight. We don't have a director, a videographer, producer,
sound
executive
engineer.
producer.
It's just us. We're going on the fly. We already took a shot. Actually, you know what? Let's take another one.
Yeah. Smash that like button. If it's your third time tuning in, smash that like button. Thank you so much.
Even if it's not your third time tuning in, smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button too. Maybe have a shot with us because it's been that kind of a day already. So, let's do this real quick.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Okay. So, rewind. So we were talking about Web3. For those of you who aren't familiar, Web3 is part of the World Wide Web that is inclusive and, to people who want to use cryptocurrency, NFTs, decentralized finances. So there's a group of, rum aficionados who are getting together, and they're starting a Web3 page called the Rare Rum Society. And their goal is to be able to provide exclusive access to rare rum collecting from their reserve. So people will be able to actually use things like cryptocurrency, NFTs, to be able to add to their rum collection in real life. So it's going to be awesome. So they're called the Rare Rum Society, and they just want to be able to appeal to a global, wider market.
I actually think Fede from the Rum Lab is involved in that, because I saw a little post. Fede, if you ever watch this, comment down below. I would love to hear if you're involved.
Yeah, so it's very interesting to see how these kinds of markets are expanding into, the cryptocurrencies, NFTs, into what we now know is Web3. I had no idea what that was. I had to look it up. Nia didn't know what it was. Web3 is what it's called for these web pages and online, societies that utilize these currencies. So good to know.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, what do you got?
I have the latest news on airports. So Appleton Rum just opened up their airport boutique, where it is in Montego Bay, also known as Sangster Airport, which is really cool. It's actually the busiest airport in Jamaica, which I didn't know that. But the amazing thing is it's a very interactive boutique. So they show you in videos the whole process of how Appleton Rum is made from the beginning, with a bunch of interactive maps, videos, and stuff like that. The other super cool thing that I thought was very interesting is that you're able to try their rare releases. So I'm going in November. You know where my ass is gonna be. Very early at the airport.
She'll be stuck at the boutique and miss the entire conference, so.
No, but it's crazy. I don't know if the rum enthusiasts in the chat are familiar, but they were talking about specific rare releases, like the Ruby, which is the 40th anniversary bottle that was just released. Red. It is red. It's gorgeous, but it was, I don't know, over $1,000, which, I can't afford that. So very excited to be able to try that.
Yeah.
The other cool thing is on the bottles in the store, they'll have QR codes that you scan, and you get words from Joyce Spencer, which is the female master distiller of Appleton, and she'll talk about the bottle, she'll talk about the sugar cane, she'll give you like a whole spiel on the bottle you're about to buy. And if you decide to buy that bottle, you can have it personalized.
Oh, that's awesome. Amazing? I mean, I guess if you're spending the money, you should.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool though?
Let's see. Bruna says, hi ladies, looking great. Hi B. Nelson says, I'm down one arm. I am. You guys missed it when I mentioned it because there was no audio. Part of the chaos, part of the Hot Mess Express over here. Hope you guys hopped along because this is a fast train to, I don't know where the fuck we're going. So it's a little chaos. Yeah, to the shit show apparently, because that's what this is. Let's see. Drums and rum. Did you guys arm wrestle over a bottle of rum?
I guess.
Clearly I lost. Or did I? I guess we'll find out. Okay, so coming up next. So we have Rum Ambassador 2023. So this is for people who honor the Society of Rum, who honor the spirit, and who, you know, promote it, who educate people about the institute and you know, what the company is all about and what rum is, and that's what you do. And so last year's winner was Mauricio Solarzano. I totally butchered that name.
Okay.
Anyways, so he's the Flor de Caña ambassador. So this year the voting started on the 17th, and it'll be going until tomorrow, unfortunately. So you guys, if you want to vote this lovely lady, she is a rum ambassador. Might be a little late, I don't know, but they said last year the winner got over 2,000 votes. So if you guys like,
Holy
subscribe,
crap.
share, you know, it doesn't take a whole lot, so go for it. So again, this year's voting started on the 17th, goes until tomorrow for the rum ambassador. And yeah, so the winner will be announced on June 10th at the New York Rum Festival. Stay
Very
tuned.
cool. So it's another contest from the Rum Lab, which does all the rum festivals here in the US. I have some exciting news too. Montaña Rum hitting their 15 years. They are female owned and operated. They're a B certified corporation.
Now, who got you that bottle, bitch?
You did! Which, by the way, we're gonna try that a little bit later, or who knows, we might be doing shots. Today is a shots day,
It's
people.
that kind of a day. You guys have no freaking idea. Like, apologize in advance. Disclaimer. It is thundering like crazy here. Hopefully we don't cut out,
Yeah.
knock on wood. But it's been a day.
Just letting you know.
It's been a day.
Amazing. This is the bottle we're gonna try a little bit later. If you're not familiar with Montaña, this is their very cool bottles. This is Valentia.
And she did the review on this, I believe,
sure
about a
did.
month or two ago.
And it was Treasure Chest approved, so definitely buy it if you see it in the liquor store.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Please
no
continue.
worries. So, amazing story. They started in an 800 square foot room where they would distill. They literally fermented in the basement of the building that they were in. It was like 100-year-old. Now they moved into a 10,000 square foot facility in
Wow.
Crest Butte or Butte, however you want to pronounce it.
It's Butte. Crescent Butte.
B-U-T-T is Butte to me.
It's in Colorado. There's an E at the end.
Well, it might be.
Y'all-
It might be silent. It might be silent. Who knows? But anyway, so congratulations to them. Absolutely love their company. Absolutely love their owners. Gotta support those females, right?
Hell yeah. All right.
What do you got?
Continuing on. So this year we have the 3rd edition of the London, this is a mouthful, London Venezuela Diplomatico Rum Festival, taking place, of course, nowhere else other than London, UK. So this is going to be happening on July 1st. So this I thought was really cool. 100% of the proceeds and funds procured throughout this event goes to a nonprofit organization called Koromoto 2020.
What is that?
Koromoto, as I said, is a nonprofit organization that helps families with their needs for food. It helps children, helps teachers, helps educational support. And as of right now, they've already helped over 90,000 families.
That's amazing.
So I thought it was a great thing. So the festival includes master classes, a pop-up bar with specialty cocktails with recipes specific for the festival, live music, salsa and merengue sessions, raffles, and of course traditional Venezuelan food. I thought that was really cool. That 100% of their proceeds. It's so rare.
it's unheard of. Usually
Yeah.
I've seen like 20%, 30% max.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about
so 100% of proceeds and funds of that festival go to the Koromoto 2020 Foundation, which is awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of unique airport situations, Rombotran, that's from Guatemala if you're not familiar with them, they actually just opened up a lounge in Guatemala City. It looks really cool, but in all honesty, compared to Appleton Rum, it's a little bit smaller, but they do focus on seasonal cocktails with their rum, and they have a mural from a local Guatemalan artist, so if you are in Guatemala, definitely check it out and send us some pictures so we know if we should go or not.
I mean, as if you guys needed a reason to go to Jamaica and Guatemala. I mean,
You know.
just the airport alone, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
why not? Why the heck not?
What else?
Okay, so like I said before, probably when the sound was off. This is
That's right.
We're going, I don't know what I did and didn't say, but we're going into the summer season. So I got the 6 great spiced rums. It was an article we read for summer cocktails. So it's specifically spiced rums. I'm just going to list off what the rum is, a little bit of their notes and flavors, and then I'll pass it back off to you.
That's exciting.
First one, Lemon Heart Blackpool Spiced Rum. I've never heard of it. It's from Guyana. So it has bourbon oak notes with exotic dried fruits, and then the usual cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, ginger, vanilla. Next one that was on the list is Cane Rock Jamaican Spiced Rum. Has, again, the usual notes, vanilla, ginger, etc., with coconut, and it's infused in a Pedro Jimenez sherry cask, which I will mention later. Remember that name, Pedro Jimenez, also known as PS. And Chairman's Reserve Spiced Rum. I know you're familiar with Chairman's Reserve.
I loves me some Chairman's Reserve. I know if the River Pirate 13 is in the chat, he's a big fan of that too.
And so that's from St. Lucia, and again has all the usual notes, cinnamon, vanilla. Spiced rums are gonna have the same like base notes, the cinnamon, the vanilla, the nutmeg, the clove,
cardamom.
Yeah, so where it gets different, this one has lemon and orange peels for the flavoring.
That's interesting.
And then Donku, oak barrel spiced Puerto Rican rum, aged 3 years. Has the usual spices. I'm not going to keep saying the same spices over and over. You know, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, etc. But it also has caramel and toasted coffee flavors.
Oh.
And then next two, we have Four Square Spiced Rum. Have you tried them?
No. I've tried Four
Spiced Rum.
Square, but not Four Square Spiced Rum. Has anybody tried Four Square Spiced Rum in the chat?
Let us know. They're from Barbados, which this lucky bitch has been to.
Yes.
So it has star anise, which I am not a fan of. To
Me neither.
It tastes like licorice. I hate
it has.
licorice.
I hope it's really light, but knowing Richard Seal, hopefully it's like tapered down.
Not a fan,
anise.
so probably not one I'll personally be trying. No offense to the Foursquare. But again, it has the same usual vanilla clove cinnamon with orange. This one, I think the orange maybe might break a little bit of the star anise. I don't know.
I hope so.
And last but not least, Bayou Spiced Rum. It's made in Louisiana. We've actually seen a bottle. She bought a bottle for a friend. And it's inspired by Creole baking, not the usual thing that goes into rums, but has the usual.
So meaning hopefully it's a little bit on the spicier side?
Spicier and sweeter. It's actually got notes of sweet figs, banana, and pepper.
Oh, wow.
So it's got an interesting little palette there. So maybe we'll see if we can get our hands on a bottle of that for the summer.
And speaking of Bayou rum, or you have something else? Because I'm excited.
No, that was the sixth one. We're good.
Awesome. That's great. Is anybody going to try any of these spiced rums for the summer or any cocktails? Super exciting news coming out from Bayou Rum. They were granted tax exemption. So basically, they're going to take $10 million and expand on their products. Their big company is Louisiana Spirits, and basically they apply for the industrial ad valorem tax exemption, which allows them to not pay taxes for 5 years as long as they promise to add jobs and payroll to the state of Louisiana. And specifically, apparently they call them parishes in Louisiana, which I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So the parish where they're located, they're going to be using that money to expand. So the head president of Louisiana Spirit said that they basically promised to, even though have been granted this exception to their taxes, they're going to continue to pay taxes on any machinery and anything that is sold in the gift shop for the next 5 years, which is incredible. And then the other thing, just so everybody understands how much they're going to blow up with this tax exemption, they're going to go from producing 300 bottles an hour to 3,600 bottles an hour.
That's a crazy
which means
exponential growth.
We need to go back to Louisiana.
As if I needed a reason.
B, you're in the chat. We got to do another girls trip too.
Yes, the food alone
to New
is
Orleans.
Listen, if you guys have never been to NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana, for those of you who don't know, go. Don't recommend going between the months of June and
don't go
September.
when it's hot. We went September, it was perfect, huh?
We went March, girl.
Oh, we went March? Oh, shoot. Yes, I've
been
drunk.
in June and it was hot. Yeah, because remember it was St. Patty's Day and B over there. It was all about getting those beads.
That's right.
NOLA is amazing. Just the culture alone. The French Quarter, love it. The food, great. You have to love like Cajun food, but it's
spicy
amazing.
food.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But not everything was spicy.
No, not everything was spicy.
Yeah.
if you like the spicy,
For
don't
sure.
run from it. Definitely go. NOLA is absolutely beautiful and historic. Even if you just like have an affinity for historic culture, historic towns.
It's such an old
gorgeous.
city. It's great.
It's gorgeous.
And speaking of Louisiana, you might have seen us take shots of this. This is actually sweet crude rum. It is from Wildcat Distilling. They gifted me this bottle. Thank you so much. What did you think?
It was surprisingly, it smells like coconut.
But
Goes down
no
smooth.
additives.
Doesn't, yeah, and it doesn't taste like coconut, but it smells like
It's
it, and it tastes really good.
40%.
You guys, we had
80
three,
proof.
we had, you only saw 2 shots. We had 3.
It's been a day. It's been a day.
It's been a day.
But it's been a great day now that we've had 3 shots of rum. And great rum to begin with.
Let's see. Thank you, Rough Spirits. He said, I'm glad you two are doing rum news. It was a pain doing it on YouTube. Keep rocking it.
Thanks.
And
Thank
then
you so
Paul
much for
said,
the
don't
support.
forget to smash the like button. Yes, please. Like button, subscribe.
Smash it.
All of the things. Bruna says she's in for another girls' trip to NOLA.
Yeah.
Phil says hand grenade. Hand grenades are dangerous. FYI, if you ever do make it down to NOLA, get yourself a hand grenade on Bourbon Street from the original place. There's a lot of tropical islands that sell it, but go to the original place, get yourself a hand grenade. You won't regret it.
So
or maybe
much
you'll
fun.
make decisions you regret, but the drink itself you won't regret.
But it'll be super fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. You'll have a great time. There's a lot of people with snakes too for some reason. I don't know why.
Like,
But I
pets.
like it.
But they wanted to get money, basically.
Yeah,
It
they
was one of
wanted
those
they
gimmicky
wanted you to
things.
pay them to pet the snakes. Listen, I'll go out to the bayou and friggin' find a snake to pet. Or I live in Florida. We have gators.
Yeah, that is true.
So
we
it's
have
fine.
snakes too. We'll be
It's
fine.
fine. Let's see. Paul says caliente, so dangerous. Yes.
Yeah,
Very.
dangerous.
All right. So moving on. Speaking of the French Quarter and French influences in
Yeah.
NOLA, we have La Maison en Vellier, which is obviously French. And they are celebrating their 5th anniversary. They created what's called the Flag Series, which is a collection of rare spirits aged for great length of time. Didn't specify how long. I'm guessing it varies depending on bottle.
But knowing La Maison Vellier, they're probably double digits, of course.
Exactly. And then what I thought was super cool is they have no additives, no colorings, and no filtration on their rums. I was like, okay, cool. And then, so 2 rum single casks were bottled specifically for the US market, but it's a very limited quantity. So there's a 98 Guyana rum. So that one is aged, this I thought was so cool, they actually specified, aged for 2 years in bourbon barrels in Guyana, but then it goes into a port cask, which is aged for 22 years in Europe,
Holy crap.
and then bottled at 59% ABV.
wow.
And then the other one that's going to be coming to the US market is the O2 Trinidad. It's aged for 15 years, again in a bourbon cask, in Trinidad, then transferred to Europe for an additional 5 years and bottled at 63.1% ABV. Y'all, get your hands on a bottle. Let us know.
Sold on the Trinity. If
Yes.
you see it, buy it for me. I'll pay you. And speaking of rare rums, Ron del Barrilito actually just partnered with El Dorado Hotel in Puerto Rico, and they made them the official rum of that property. If you're not familiar with El Dorado Hotel, it's like the Ritz-Carlton in Puerto Rico, and they basically created a 27-year-old proprietary rum just for their property because the executive chef, Jose Chelo Ballester, picked barrels, and now they have 91 bottles available. So when you go on that property, he handpicked the cask to have the juice bottled, and now is serving that in their property, and they're calling it Autobiografía, which is autobiography.
That's awesome. I totally love that name
Right?
too. So original.
And it was bottled in May 2nd of 1995.
Okay, so almost, I can't do math, 30 years.
Yeah, they said it was a 27-year-old, which is
Yeah.
amazing. That's very exciting. So, trip to Puerto Rico as well?
You guys, I say this every episode and I will continue to say it. GoFundMe. If y'all want to pay for these trips so we have more news to report, more videos and footage to report, I mean, we won't say no. That's all I'm saying.
We'll put the link down below for the link tree that has our PayPal, all of our stuff.
Venmo, Zelle, Cash App,
all that good stuff.
all the things in person. If you live locally, we'll take cash.
Everything.
Credit.
Crypto.
What is it? Klarna, Afterpay, ShopPay. uplift. We'll take all the things. It's fine. No interest. It's okay.
Oh my gosh. What do you...
Paul said, pet a snake on bourbon. You sure that was a reptile? Yes. I'm telling you, these people had pythons and boa constrictors wrapped around their necks and wanted you to pay.
But they're so nice. They're used to being
the
with
people, you mean, or the snakes?
No, the snakes.
The people were nice too. Don't get it wrong. Like, people aren't coming up to you and bothering you, you know, things like that.
But they're walking up and down Bourbon
There's literally
Street.
thousands of people on the street, and you bump into someone, and you look over to say, like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, and they have this giant 10-foot snake wrapped around their neck.
Oh.
I mean, I love snakes. I actually have a couple snake-shaped rings. I thought about getting a snake tattoo. I love snakes, have loved them since I was little. I'm a Slytherin in Harry Potter, so... Sorry, got geeky on you for a second, but I love snakes, so that's awesome. Love it. Yes, Paul. Actual reptilian snakes that go that slither. Yes, for reals.
Oh my gosh. What else do you have?
Okay, so I would say briefly, but this is a lot, so we're gonna see how quickly I can go through these. I'm gonna go over, there was the World's Best Craft Rums 2023 hosted by American Distilling Institute. I'm gonna list some of the few that won top position for their class, their category, whatever it might be. So bear with me a moment, okay? All right, so this is an annual international spirits competition, global. Best of class winner. Maggie's Farm Single Barrel Rum. It's an overproof sugarcane juice, but it also won Best of Category for sugarcane overproof rum.
Have you
ever tried Maggie's
No, I
Farm?
have not, but I've heard a lot of Maggie's Farm.
So that'll be something we have to potentially
Scoop
have
up.
on another episode. Stay tuned. Video coming soon for rum hunting.
Yes.
Little plug there. Next was Best of Class International. Terra Nova Spirits Panama Pacific Rum, aged 15 years. That they won that category. Best of Category Sugarcane Column Still Distilled Spirit. These are a freaking mouthful, y'all. Heritage Distilling Company, the Elk Rider Rum, won that one. And then Best of Category Sugarcane Flavored Rum was Big Dog Beverage Heart River Coconut. Now remember the Heritage Distilling Company, because they won another big one, which was pretty cool. Mount Gay, one of your favorites, Mount Gay EXO won Best of Category International Blend of Pot and Column Stills. And Best of Category Heritage, and this is for spiced rum. I don't know if you've tried it, but Best of Category spiced rum.
I haven't even heard of Heritage.
She loves a good spiced rum, y'all.
Yeah.
So they won, and it was Heritage again, Cask Club Reserve Barrel Aged Commander's Spiced Rum. Just that type.
That's a mouthful.
Y'all, I'm tired just reading that.
I'm looking for the Commander Spice, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's like the person at ABC or wherever you're shopping is probably already lost after Commanders.
Exactly. So that was it for what was listed for the winners of the World's Best.
So if you are hunting for some cool rum, definitely put that on your list. Just saying.
Especially if you like spiced. That last one, if you remember even half the name, I think you're winning. I have it written down and I probably would still get lost saying it. But again, 3 shots in. It's been a day. This is a shit show. Hot Mess Express. Welcome to the chaos. Here we are.
Just drink more. Drink more. It'll be more fun.
Right, as
for
she
you
said,
and
again, I don't remember if the audio was there.
Oh,
or not.
I said the more you drink, the better we look. So.
And sound. So you're good.
Yeah, so just keep on drinking.
Drink up. Let's see. Bruna says they'll probably polish your shoes. The River Pirate has joined us.
Whoop,
ahoy. Ahoy, ahoy. And then he says, wait, arm sling. That must have been one heck of a pool party. How do you know about the pool party, sir? Shh. Secrets. Secrets. Let's see. And then he said, and then Paul said, if you drop anything on the street, it's gone. Don't pick it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of
on Bourbon Street,
it's gone, yes, but also it's gonna be disgusting. And it's so crowded, you're not going to see it regardless. It's just there's too many feet. I love NOLA, but Bourbon Street, be prepared for the smell. So it's obviously known for partying. It's known for, all of it gets blocked off at night. People drink in public. It has open container. So it smells like, sadly, puke, vomit, and piss.
But not all the time.
Did I really just say puke and vomit?
Yes.
As if they aren't the same thing. You know what I mean.
But it wasn't that bad.
I think you get used to it, honestly. I think is what it is. You become nose blind to it. So if you drop anything, just, it's a lost cause.
Say goodbye.
It's a lost
give
cause.
It the sign
you
of the cross.
don't want to have to put the biohazard sticker on it flying back home. It's fine. Let's see. It looks like Phil is responding to some of these for
Awesome.
us.
Thank you, Phil.
Yes, we got our sound engineer, video engineer, executive
Director.
producer, director. He's back in town. We're good.
But I fixed the audio, guys. I'm also quite capable, so thank you for everybody that let us know. I really appreciate it. We got this.
Yes,
we got this.
You missed our funniest intro yet, but it's fine. It's all fine. We'll have more. It's good.
Well, hopefully we won't have a shit show of a day, because we want to keep this positive, good.
We're being positive. We're putting a positive spin on a shit show. I mean, most people would crumble and stress and break
not
down.
us. We're just gonna ease the pain with some shots.
We just drink and make the best of it. What more can you ask for, right? With
that
good company. All right, what you got, girl? Sorry, I went on a tangent with those winners.
No worries. Speaking of lists, I have the Beverage Institute's 2023 Rums of the Year. And these are also rums that I had not heard of. So there's, in first position, they have Rest and Be Thankful.
Okay.
It's a 98 proof, 23-year-old rum from Long Pond. It is a single cask. And hey, when I go to Jamaica, I'll definitely keep an eye out for this one, because Rest and Be Thankful sounds amazing.
I'm trying to convince her to let Phil stay at home and take me instead. Because, hi.
I know, right?
He will never do it, but it's fine. We love him anyway.
Slot number 2 is Black Tot Master Blenders Reserve Limited Edition 2022. I have not tried that one, but I have tried another of the Black Tot Master Blenders Reserves, and they were amazing. Speaking of Rest and Be Thankful, they also got number 3 with a 2021-year-old rum, and that one's actually from Money Musk. It's also a single cask rum, but if you're not familiar with Long Pond and Money Musk, they're kind of the same family of distillers. They're in Jamaica as well, so definitely gonna keep an eye out for that one. In place number 4, Kuleana Rum Works. They're from Hawaii. Their Hukale batch number 7, which is a blend of rums from 18 months to 18 years, is the one in place number 4. Speaking of Kuleana, make sure you check out Just Drinking's video. They recently went to Kuleana Works in Hawaii and have an incredible video where Roger went and checked out the distillery, spoke to the owner, who's a hilarious guy. Definitely check out their videos of the tours, because we haven't made our way to Hawaii yet.
I was about to say, if you guys...
Oh, we will!
Want to cover our expenses for going to... Hawaii is one of my bucket list
places?
destinations.
Okay.
I will forego... I've lost track of all the places we've said. I will forego
Puerto Rico, Jamaica,
the
Cuba.
UK, Cuba. I will forego all of those places just to go to Hawaii. So if any of y'all have a hookup, whether it's in the travel agency,
or just as simple as hit that subscribe button and that like button, and that'll also help us.
I mean, however you want to help us, I'll take it. But it's okay, sorry.
And then in last place, at number 5, Equiana Rum, their limited batch number 2. So very, very cool. What do you have next?
I'm on to releases, girl. It's still
okay.
I'm not ready for releases yet.
Not yet, because we'll continue with the drinking. Hopefully you also have a great
Paul
rum.
already said, like, too much talk, more drinking. We will get there. You guys need to catch up. We've had 3 shots.
Yeah, who's had 3 shots? Put it in the chat.
You guys need to catch up. And we will be doing some more drinking once we start talking about releases. And then, of course, Phil says the more you drink, the less of a shit show it is. Very true. But then there's a fine line. If you drink too much, it becomes more of a shit show. So there's that. And
it's a fine balance. It's a fine balance.
It's all about finding your equilibrium and, knowing your limits. But fun people don't have limits, right?
That's right.
All right.
And speaking of Hawaiian rum brands, Kaloa Rum just partnered with Allied Beverage Group. If you're not familiar with Allied Beverage Group, they're in charge of Bacardi, Diageo and Heaven Hill. For those bourbon enthusiasts like myself, you know who they are. But they basically...
not to cut you off, but if you've watched the first 2 episodes, you know who they are, because I've mentioned Diageo on more than
Oh
one
yeah,
occasion.
Diageo, yeah, but
So-
Allied Beverage Group.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So they're actually partnering with them to be able to expand into New Jersey, and their little slogan for bringing it to the U.S. is "From the Garden Island to the Garden State," which I thought was
That
really
is
cute.
I like that.
So guess we're gonna get more releases of Kahlua. They have 8 expressions, all the way from a white rum to all the way to like a spiced rum, which is really interesting. I know the guys from Just Drinking really enjoy their cocoa rum of theirs, so definitely keep an eye out for them. So ready for releases?
Yes, let's see. I'm just looking at the chat. Oh, thank you, Nelson. He says he likes my new hair. River Pirate says, Money Musk rum is great. Got a bottle in Jamaica. Jealous. And he also says, Hawaii is a bucket list item too. Yes, Hawaii is beautiful from pictures I've seen. I know a couple of people that have been. It literally, pictures do not do it justice. All right, moving on.
Releases!
These are new releases for the month of May.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, am I starting?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, y'all, bear with us. Just ride along on the Hot Mess Express. It's fine. It's all fine. It'll be fine. Okay. So, first off, we are starting with Malibu. They have released a strawberry just in time for summer. What's more refreshing? You think summer, you think watermelon, you think strawberries, you think fruits. It's great. 21% ABV. They've also had previous releases. They're known for their flavorful, liqueurs. They obviously have their original coconut. They also have passion fruit. They have watermelon. I actually have a bottle of their passion fruit in my kitchen right now.
Did you open it already?
The passion fruit?
Yeah.
Of
How
course.
was that?
I love it. I've had it before. It's
I
amazing.
didn't know. I thought it was your first time.
No, it's amazing. It's
I
really
thought the
good.
passion fruit sold you because you're a big passion fruit fan.
I'm a passion fruit slut. You can say it. You don't
Yeah.
have to be nice. I'm a passion fruit slut. If anything has passion fruit in the title, I will try
She's
it.
sold.
I don't care about anything else. Passion fruit, sold. They also have a strawberry daiquiri ready to drink for you that maybe don't want something so, not you specifically, for those of you who maybe don't want something so strong. It's only 5%. But one thing I learned about Malibu that I did not know and I thought was really interesting, 25% of their plastic bottles are from recycled resources.
Oh shoot, that's awesome.
Yeah, and 30% of their glass ones are from recycled resources as well. But they plan to be 100% all of their bottles from recycled resources by 2025.
That's amazing.
I thought that was a really cool little tidbit that I learned. Moving on.
For you ocean fans,
Yes.
definitely support these types
Eco-friendly.
of companies for
Very
sure.
eco-friendly over here. Save
Yes.
the planet.
Yeah.
We are green. Well, we try to be green. And next is Barcelo New Imperial Maple Cask. It rests on, on maple wood. Part of their rare blends collection. It's kind of like a dark amber, brown, reddish tones.
And if you have not seen these bottles, oh my god.
Beautiful.
Barcelo bottles are already pretty cool.
Yeah,
If
beautiful.
you check these out, they're very unique in coloring.
Yeah.
We saw them and I was like, oh man, can you imagine that on the in the shelf?
On the shelves, yeah, it's beautiful. So their tastes are more woody, nutty, and silky. But they also have a new release in their Imperial Porto cask, which is rested in a port wine cask, which I thought was pretty cool. Next is Legendario Añejo Oro. So legendary Añejo Gold for our non-Spanish speaking people. So it's a brand new Cuban rum. So there wasn't a whole lot of information out there about it, but it was saying it's aimed towards a younger audience.
Okay.
And their whole thing is, their whole shtick for this rum is let the party begin.
Oh, shoot.
It's meant for fun and enjoyment and sharing. And the only thing I could find out about its notes and its taste, it says it's a delicate and intense flavor, soft and smooth notes, and it's made in white oak barrels. Not much about the specific flavors and notes there. And then, remember I told y'all to remember the PX, Pedro Jimenez. Mount Gay has released PX Sherry Cask, their 6th limited edition in their Master Blender series.
That's so exciting because I know they've had a couple releases this year.
And you know she loves her Mount Gay.
Trudy and Brinker's like bringing them out.
So for those of you who aren't familiar with Pedro Jimenez, that's where sherry is made in southern Spain. They're, sherry is made from grapes. It's kind of like, it's more towards the side of wine than it is of a liquor, of a hard spirit. But so it's this particular rum is made with pot and column stills that were aged for at least 20 years minimum in Barbados, and then its additional year in the the Pedro Jimenez sherry cask. So those
That's
are
very
maraschino
cool.
cherry, fruits, charred oak, butterscotch, etc., etc. And then the palette as far as flavors is red fruit, salted caramel, banana, toasted vanilla, 45% ABV. $270 will get you a bottle of this. It's a very, very limited edition, and it's supposedly like a velvety oak. So
That sounds
that might
amazing.
be one. That might be one to add to your collection of Mount Gay.
That or
Just
rum
saying.
hunt.
Just
since
saying.
we're going next week.
Yeah, and then one last, Appleton Estate. This is exciting. She mentioned their boutique earlier, but now they are releasing a 17-year-old rum that was inspired by the 1940s rum that was used to make the original Mai Tai. Now, for those of you who don't know, Mai Tais nowadays are very sweet, made with grenadine and things like that. They're definitely on the fruitier side, but the original Mai Tai was made with nothing other than fresh lime juice, the rum, obviously, can't forget the rum, orange curacao, and orgeat, which is a syrup made from, almonds and sugar and things like that. So they have recently released this. Are you ready for this, you guys? Okay.
Drum roll.
So that being said, speaking of the original Mai Tai from the 1940s made with Trader Vic's rum, there's a place in Chicago called the Bamboo Room. They are releasing, not to rewind, but the Appleton Estate one, they're only 1,500 bottles of that bottle.
That's why it
rum.
costs over $1,000,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, so
For
the
those
Bamboo-
richy rich people tuning in, hook a sister up with a sample.
a sample, a bottle if you're feeling generous.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're feeling
If you
generous.
get two,
Yeah, share the
Caring
wealth.
is sharing.
Share the wealth.
Rum friends are the best friends. Don't forget about these rum friends here, please.
Because you love us. The Bamboo Room in Chicago. So, as part of their vintage cocktail series, they are actually going to make that original Mai Tai I spoke
That's
about.
crazy.
Using a bottle of Trader Vic's original 17-year-old rum. They will only make less than a dozen of these cocktails at $800 a drink. You guys, if you thought that was expensive, bless you. If you
I'm
thought that was
allergic to expensive things, apparently.
if you thought that was expensive for a bottle, we're talking about one cocktail.
That's insane.
But that's because it's the original rum. They found a bottle of
that's
it, and
crazy.
it's the original rum used for the original Mai Tai, made in the 1940s, 1944 to be specific. Insane. So if you find yourself in the Chicago area, go to the Bamboo Room, and if you find yourself wanting to spend $800 on one drink, by all means, let us know how it is.
Yes, please.
And jealous.
And send us pictures, because
So jealous.
I wonder if it's worth it.
I feel like it would be. I kind of want to make a Mai Tai with the original recipe just to see how it is and how it differs from the one that we know. Because the one that we know today is very sweet. Like I said, it's made with grenadine and made with a few extra sweeteners that the original one doesn't have. So, again, if you guys are out there and are feeling generous or feeling like you want to splurge and treat yourself a little bit, let us know how it
Treat
is.
yourself with an $800 Mai Tai.
Literally a cocktail, you guys. I cannot wrap my head around this. Okay,
That's
sorry.
crazy.
That's it for me for new releases. What you got, girl?
I got, speaking of eco-friendly brands, Demon Spirits. If you're not familiar, they're out of Las Vegas. They're coming out with a 95% recycled paper bottle. Yes, paper bottle, not even glass, which is incredible. They're saving 84% less water. They're 6 times less carbon emission, and they're 5 times lighter than glass bottles. So we're gonna have to check this out.
I'm all about eco-friendly. Like we just said, we're very green. We try to be very eco-friendly. I'm just curious because I hate the paper straws. Those things dissolve when they're in your drink for all of 2 minutes. I'm curious as to how a paper bottle is gonna work.
Well,
But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that. Holmes Key.
Yes.
It's coming out with their Reunion single origin expressions. They're basically fresh sugarcane juice rums out of the copper column still, which is incredible. If you're not familiar with column still rums exclusively, they tend to be very, very light. And if it's just the fresh sugarcane juice distillate, I can only imagine how much lighter that's gonna be. But considering it's a rum agricole, we're probably gonna get some of that funky note. So I'm really excited to try these.
You like a good rum agricole.
Speaking of trying these, if you went to the Miami Rum Congress, he actually had these bottles exclusively at the Miami Rum Congress. Phil and I did try it. Phil, do you want to tell us what you thought of those Reunion single origin expressions that Eric had us try? As I mentioned before, and I always put out tips before going to these events, check out those videos because I do give quite incredible tips that you might not think of. Always ask for what's underneath the table, always. The other release that we thought was really interesting that we looked into it, Papa's Pilar is coming out with a rye finished rum. So the master blender Ron Call.
Because you think rye, you think whiskey.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a rum finished in rye cask.
Okay.
The master distiller Ron Call, if you're not familiar with him, he's been distilling all kinds of spirits, specifically whiskey. His background is in like he started in Jim Beam as a laboratory tech, which is incredible. So that's how much, like how long he's been in the industry, and he has quite a following and a legacy. But this specific rum is going to be quite interesting because it's going to be a blend of Barbados, DR, Panama, Venezuela, and Florida rums, and all aged and then finished in rye casks. If you are a rye whiskey fan, definitely a rum that you need to check. Another very interesting release, the very first Greek rum, yes, Corbev, which is a company, is coming out with their
another bucket list location. Just saying.
Yes.
Just saying. Just sliding it in there. Just slide. Greece.
Another. So the rum is gonna be called Kano. It's gonna be out in the summer of 23 here in the U.S. It is a white rum.
That's coming up, y'all.
And the price point is quite reasonable. It's gonna be $30.
Wow. Yeah. And
would you try that?
100%. You said summer 2023. Yes. That's right around the corner.
Right around the corner. So if you are rum shopping, highly recommend to check this out. $30. You can never go wrong.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
If you're not familiar with Corbev, they're known for cylinder vodka. I'm not familiar with cylinder vodka, but just if there's any rum fans out there, I mean vodka fans out there, that's the company that's releasing it. Another really cool release is Renegade Rum. They're coming out with pre-cask single farm origin rums. They are again white rums, rum agricoles, from an area of called Hope and Lake Antoine, which is really, really cool. If you're not familiar with Renegade, they're super, super picky. The main guy that's in charge of Renegade Rum, he has a background in Irish spirits, and he came and basically put out these incredible expressions. They have a QR code so you can track not only the origin of the sugar cane, where in the plantation it was established, like everything, if it's column, if it's pot, if it's where, like the entire process, scanning a QR code. Can everybody get on that level?
Right? Like, is it so hard? Look at the technology
we have today. A little QR code and you get all that information.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Very technology forward.
And then the very last release that I want to talk about is Siesta Key. As you know, I'm a big fan of craft distillers here.
You like Siesta Key over here.
Yes.
And you might peep a bottle.
Especially Florida distillers. So we're actually going to open up their spiced rum, which I've been saving for quite a bit. But the one they're about to release is the Spiced Rum Distillers number 9. It's a blend of rums from 3 to 13 years. And it's going to be at $55 a pop. We're gonna try today Siesta Key.
Which one is this one?
Spiced rum.
I really want to try their coffee too. I haven't tried their coffee.
Oh, I have their coffee too.
I know.
Do you want to try it today?
We will.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
because why not? Fuck it.
Oh, by the way, if you're not familiar with Siesta Key, this is their old labeling. They actually rebranded.
Oh, you have a label.
But I love it because if you're not familiar, I used to work in the aviation world, and this one has a really cool seaplane. So when you see...
She works specifically with seaplanes. Let's specify that.
So if you ever see these bottles with the old labeling, scoop them up because they're incredible. They look very vintage, and I actually miss it. And the guys used to put the bottle numbers by hand. You can see it in the bottom. So let's go ahead and pop this sucker up.
Yeah, River Pirate says he's actually sipping on Papa Pilar right now.
Oh, which one?
Which one? And let's see, he also said that Demon Rum is actually based in his home state of Wisconsin. And the rum is made in Iowa, but now it's made in Vegas.
Oh!
At former NASCAR driver Brandon Goggins, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Goggin Distillery.
That's awesome. Oh my
He
God,
says that
Jason,
he's drinking the dark rum.
you're always such a wealth of knowledge.
And
Which, by the way, if
Paul said, I'm not having a glass, I'm having 6.
Oh, great. So you're on our level, Paul. I like it. I like it. That's why we're rum friends.
Yes.
Okay, let's wait for this pop.
This is the coffee one.
Okay, waiting for the pop.
Boom.
Plastic cork. Which, by the way, I really enjoy their spiced rums. They're actually quite light. They're not very heavy on the spices. It's
You wouldn't tell by looking at the color.
Yeah, it's but you'll see on the flavoring. I don't know, as far as I remember.
Smell banana.
Cheers.
Cheers. I smell banana.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Ooh. Heavy on the ginger and cinnamon and nutmeg.
But you think
Nutmeg
like too
especially.
heavy? I think for me it's perfect.
Well, we discussed this in another episode.
This is 35%, 70 proof.
Where all the spices I mentioned, I believe it was last episode, I'm not a huge fan of spiced rum because it uses spices that I don't like.
Oh, shoot.
I'm not a fan of cinnamon,
Okay, let's see
ginger,
what this one
nutmeg, all of those, not my jam. This tastes like a ginger snap cookie. It's not bad though. It's not bad. It is heavy on the nutmeg, but it's not bad.
Oh, and by
And
the
cinnamon.
way, this is finished in beer barrels. This is their spiced rum aged in beer barrels. But yeah, it does say honey and spices, so if you're not a fan of sweet rums, this is a little bit on the sweeter, but I think they add a little bit of sugar.
Because I think
a
it's
little bit of
it's
honey.
heavy on the spices. But again, that's just because that's my palate. But to each his own. All right, I'll finish that one later. Let's try the coffee.
Okay, let's try the coffee. This one is really interesting too because they actually use roasted coffee beans. This is not your traditional infused coffee rum, so it's a little bit different.
I'm excited. She got me a bottle of the toasted coconut. That thing's been gone for a hot minute. And that was really good, so I'm very excited to try this. I love coffee. I've been drinking it since I was 3. Don't judge my parents. I'm Brazilian.
And once again, look at this bottle. See, this is the old labeling.
It's like the lighting is not great right there, so
I
it's
know,
hard to
sorry.
see it.
Here.
But
Here. Can you see it there better? So this is the old labeling. It's batch number 19.
oh, that smells like a delicious espresso.
And they're Colombian beans, so amazing.
You cannot go wrong
And
with
the great
Colombian.
thing is this is 70 proof. So what I absolutely hate is when they make coffee rum that is like too coffee forward and you can't tell that it's rum. This one's like perfect.
This is great if you want to try maybe making
Ooh.
an espresso martini, but using rum instead of...
Yes,
You know,
which I
something
did, by the
else.
way. I did.
It's typically made with vodka, but this would be super good. You
No.
probably wouldn't even need the liqueur.
Well, I did creme de cacao when I made, so I made espresso martini with the rum from what's that Panama, Paul, the Panama brand that we just had a collab with. Oh, Pedro Mandinga's geisha coffee rum, which is amazing. I was making rum coffee martinis with that, by the way. What did you think?
I love it. It's so good.
Oh, that's amazing.
I don't know why she's acting surprised as if it's not her damn bottle.
But look at these bottles. These are the old bottles. I barely drank these.
I probably should have kept mine. Like the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
I got rid of it.
Yeah, we're trying to keep these because obviously now they're collectibles.
Well, because the one you gave me was one of the last ones of that batch.
Yeah.
Of the toasted coconut.
Yeah, so if you see these again in some of the ABCs or some of the I've seen the old labeling on the ABCs or Total Wines, like the big ones, they'll have them. They'll have them there.
Exciting.
Wow, really good. Anything else? Anybody else have any news to share with us that they're
I
aware
need to
of?
still try the Montagna.
I
Don't
know,
try and get away with that.
But we gotta finish the coffee, no?
We'll finish everything. I'm just tasting right now. Hold on. This one still has a little bit of the other one. Okay, ready.
Okay.
Ready. Let's go. Whew.
This is an incredible rum made in Cresput. I mean Butte.
Buttes. There's an E at the end. It is in Colorado. My brother was actually gracious enough to go hunting for it for me. He lives out there.
Thanks, bro.
And I was able to bring back the bottle for her.
Oh, it's so good. You guys have no idea. If you've not tried the Montagna products, they are incredible. And this one is really cool because it was released during International Women's Month. So I was able to do this or try this bottle during that month, which was very, very cool. So this is bottle number 330. It's aged in barrels for 4 years. Pretty cool.
See, Drums and Rum even said it's called a tasting and it's classy. Exactly. See, she's trying to rush me, y'all. She's trying to rush me. He said Mendinga.
Yeah, Pedro Mandinga.
Oh yeah, because you asked him what the name was. Yep, and River Pirate says I still have my old bottle of toasted coconut from Siesta Key. That
it's so
he
good.
Said his is almost full. Mine was gone. I don't know how yours is full. Mine was gone. I made a couple cocktails with it, and before I knew it, the bottle was empty. I don't know how that happened.
We actually bought 2 bottles and killed one really fast, and then the second one, once we saw the label change, we slowed down on the second one, but we still have this one. If you can see, same thing, the old labeling, and this is batch number 149. But again,
I think the one you gave me was 25.
But again, these are sweeter rums. If you're in the chat and not familiar with them, they do add honey, they do add stuff, so definitely but just know that. But they do disclose
coconut, it gives it a little bit of like a not smoky flavor, but it's not your stereotypical coconut rum.
And this one is
really
infused. If you compare it to the coffee rum, they add the coffee beans. This one is actually infused in the toasted coconut, which is really cool and quite delicious. Definitely suggest checking them and visiting them out. They're a really cool distillery. When we went, there were only 11 employees, and how many bottles were they pumping out a year? 100,000?
No, he said like 20.
100? No way.
Of the coconut.
Oh, of the coconut. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But what did you think? Which one was your favorite thus far?
Coffee, obviously. No question, coffee. What about you guys? Have you guys tried Montagna?
Or the toasted coconut?
Paul said Drums and Rum. Montagna is another company that's very green.
Oh yeah, they're B Corporation certified.
Nelson said pretend they're all shots. Lord, are you trying to kill me? We've already had several. I will probably do that anyway, though, after cameras are off.
No, camera's on.
I know, I'm saying I'll do it after camera. Or you want me to do it with cameras on?
Well, this is a judgment-free zone, so we can go ahead and do these shots. Just kidding, guys.
The only one I won't take as a shot is probably the coffee one, because I like that flavor so much.
Yeah,
I love
so
the
good.
I drink coffee for the flavor. I don't drink it for the caffeine. Like, it doesn't give me energy. I can drink espresso and go to sleep.
I do it for both.
I can give me 4 shots of espresso. I can knock out in a few minutes. No problem.
Really?
Yeah.
God, you're so lucky. I can't even drink coffee past 3 p.m. because I'll be up all night.
Oh, you're one of those old lady.
I'm one of those. No, but I've always been like that.
Listen,
I sleep so
been drinking
hard.
coffee since I was 3. Again, Brazilian. Don't judge me or my parents. But it's at this point I drink coffee to keep the caffeine withdrawal migraines away. But also
yes.
I love the flavor. I love the smell. Send me to a coffee plantation. I will my way through the entire field.
By the way, I forgot a super important release. Speaking and seeing my Bardstown glasses, I completely forgot to mention the collab. Okay, But this is not rum release. This is a bourbon release. But if you are a fan of rum, definitely check out Bardstown because they have a gorgeous distillery in Kentucky. And they just came out with their second expression of bourbon aged in rum casks.
Oh.
And they're aged in 4 square casks, which is incredible. Now, keep in mind, we don't have a bottle, but we're definitely going to scoop one up for sure. We do have the Bardstown finished in plantation casks, which was really, really good.
Okay.
So,
all right.
hey, the
Are we
rum
doing a
world and the
shot?
bourbon world are going to start mixing more and more, so definitely don't miss out on those expressions.
Oh, yeah, a lot of the newer rums that are, you know, becoming more and more popular are aged in bourbon casks, so in bourbon barrels, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but now it's going the opposite way.
Which I find super freaking interesting.
Yeah.
Why did I just censor myself with freaking? I don't know. I don't ever do that.
But yeah, keep an eye out for those bourbons aged in rum casks, which are really, really interesting.
All right, we're gonna do this one shot, then we're gonna wrap it up. I don't
Cheers.
know. I don't know if I should do this one. This is the
Valentia.
no. This is the one that I said tasted like nutmeg. Which one? Oh, that was the Siesta Key spiced rum.
Oh shoot.
Okay. I don't know if
I'm
this
gonna
is-
do the
I don't know-
Valentia.
Yeah, I think I am.
Cheers,
too.
everybody.
I don't know if that's the right one to do a shot. All right. Cheers.
Thanks for tuning in.
Whew. All right, you guys. Remember, like, subscribe, share, whatever you can do.
And
Make
tune
sure-
in to our next one.
Yes, our next episode, June 20th, 8 p.m. live.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
June 20th.
The shit show continues.
Hope to see you
shit
here.
Show will continue. Chaos will continue. Hot Mess Express will be making a stop here.
Shots of rum. Shots of rum.
You guys, hopefully we'll have news about Hukilau. You know, hopefully we'll be attending.
Oh, yes.
And we'll have lots of new. My birthday's coming up.
We're gonna try to crash the Hukilau again.
I don't know about try. I think we'll be very successful.
Okay, we're gonna crash
We're
the
gonna
Hukilau,
crash
so-
the Hukilau. It's not far from us. So listen, my birthday's coming up. We'll have lots to talk about.
If you see us there, let's grab a drink. Let's grab a shot. Come
Hey,
say
get
hi.
Get me a birthday drink or 5. I won't complain.
Yes, Jess.
It's literally happening my birthday weekend. So, hi. It's Nani. Welcome. So, yes, like, subscribe, share, whatever you can do to help us interact. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in and interacting. The interactions help make this fun. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have this channel.
Exactly. Thank you so much to everybody. Cheers. And I
Cheers,
look
you
forward
guys.
to the next rum.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.